I just think these will be so easy to throw outfits together with. I mean, you really won't have to think about it at all. I really like that vintage look of the midsole and the tongue and the laces as well. I think that really adds to the shoe. Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you. Today I want to get into another pair of kicks that just happened to catch my eye whenever I was looking at the internet. I grabbed these from Snipes, but I ended up seeing them on a handful of retailers, including Extra Butter, Hibbett. A bunch of different places have these if you're interested in them. I say it all the time, but it's a great time to be a sneakerhead. A couple years ago, you couldn't pick up Dunk Lows for retail, but now they're coming out with all kinds of dope colorways, and they're really easy to pick up, and I don't mind that at all. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these washed denim Dunk Lows. Stick around to the end because I'll probably throw these on feet. Whenever I first saw these, I immediately thought that it would be a great pair to take on vacation with me. So I plan on getting them into the rotation here pretty quick. But if you're interested in an on-foot look, then stay till the end. We've got a standard Nike Dunk box, nothing really out of the ordinary here. The tag reads Nike Dunk Low. The colors are white, midnight navy, and gem red. Size 10. I go true to size on Nike Dunk Lows. I thought it was a little bit odd. Retail on these was $120 US. I don't know if that's Nike's suggested retail price or if it's just because I grabbed these from Snipes, but shoes like the Gone Fishing pairs were only $110, and I don't know why these would be priced any more than those are. It's not like a special edition or anything like that. But getting right to it, I think these look great. I love this color scheme. Ever since the 90s, I've always liked to have a all white or primarily white low top in my rotation. I think it started with Air Force Ones back in the day, but I really love the little hits of sail and then the gum outsole on the bottom of these, along with just that nice faded denim swoosh. That's a nice navy color. I couldn't really make out in the pictures if that was navy or if it was like a grayish black kind of color, but that actually is a denim color. It's a nice indigo blue, and I really just think that it complements this all white upper and then the sail and gum outsole quite well. I think this shoe is ideal for summertime. I think it's going to be real easy to throw together with some outfits, and I think basically anything is going to match this pair. I made a short of these, and I did see a comment where somebody said that the leather looked really good, and the leather is better than standard GR Dunk Low leather. However, this tumble is a little bit excessive. It's a little bit softer feeling of a leather, but I wouldn't call this buttery or anything. It still does have kind of a synthetic feel overall, but I do like this material more than what we usually get on Nike Dunk Lows. Starting with the outsole, we've got a standard Dunk Low tread pattern, pivot point in the front, Nike branding at the midfoot. I love a gum outsole, and like I said before, I just think with the colors on this upper, I think this gum outsole looks really good, gives it a classic look, and I'm just really digging that. Then as we come up from that gum outsole, the midsole definitely has a little tint to it. It doesn't look like it's overly aged, but it does have a little bit of a sail color when you look at the midsole compared to the bright white upper. It looks like the stitching on the midsole matches that off-white material, and I think that looks nice. As we come up to the upper of the shoe, like I mentioned before, it's got this fake tumbled look to it. It's a little bit over the top. I don't think they needed to give us that much texture on it, but it does feel softer than your standard GR Nike Dunk Low. That being said, it's not a real top shelf material or anything, but it looks really nice. And two, even though it's got this tumble on it, the fact that it is this smooth leather, it will be easy to clean and even use like that white shoe polish if you get these dirty, just to keep them looking like new for a long time. this upper is primarily all this tumbled white leather, aside from the swoosh, which is that faded denim material. And then up here around the collar, you can also see more of that washed denim material. One thing that I didn't know from pictures is you can actually see the little plus signs kind of stitched into here. And that really gives me the vibes as like the Sashiko dunks that we saw not long ago. So I don't know if originally maybe they thought this would be part of that pack, but it's got all this little stitching, all these little designs embroidered in, and I think that gives it a really neat effect. Like I mentioned before, on the heel tab we have some blue Nike branding, and that matches the blue that we see on the swooshes, as well as the blue Nike branding that we have on the tag. Our tongue has that vintage off-white color, and I think that's just because the foam inside of the tongue is kind of showing through a little bit, but it's got that off-white color to it. And then the piping going along the edges of the tongue is also an off-white or a sail color. Nike gave us some sail flat laces, and these have a wax feel to them. They're not a standard feeling lace. It feels like they have a little bit of like a waxy coating on there, and I like that. Then one more thing worth noting, on the aglets of these laces, it looks like one has a red stripe and one has a blue stripe. Our sock liner is more of that sail color, and I think that looks really nice. Then down on the insole, it's a blue color, and it's got a Beaverton, Oregon tag down on it, which I thought was interesting. That was a pretty quick look at these. I'm going to go ahead and throw these on and show you how they look on foot. I'm really liking the way they are in hand, so hopefully they look as good on feet too. Alright, so I've got them on feet, and as I expected, true to size is definitely the way to go. I do have wide feet, but true to size works out quite well in dunk lows, as it always does. I really like the style of them, and like I said in the review, I just think these will be so easy to throw outfits together with. I mean, you really won't have to think about it at all. I like these, and I was happy to be able to grab them so easily because the SBs had like a gum outsole pack here recently, and I tried grabbing pairs of those for retail. I don't have any skate shops around here, so I was just trying online, but I could never find a pair for retail. So I think this is a good alternative to those pairs. I really like that vintage look of the midsole and the tongue and the laces as well. I think that really adds to the shoe. Classic looking shoe. Alright, well hopefully that gave you a good look at these. Like I said, just as I do with all dunk lows, I recommend going true to size. Works out well for me. I really like this pair. I think it'll be great for this summer. Let me know what you all think down in the comments. I appreciate y'all watching so much, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.